Welcome everyone, I'm Pat Mitchell. Today we are going to be discussing a couple of really important day trading topics. We're going to go over it. I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. I think it's important to go over. So let's just kind of get right into it. I get a lot of comments on social media, obviously, that's going to happen. It actually helps with content because it gives me ideas. It actually shows me, in this case, how delusional new day traders truly are. And as time has went on in my career, I've noticed that they've gotten a lot more delusional. So I'm going to backtrack before I get into this. So basically, the background of this, when I first started trading, I knew that this was going to be a long haul. There were a lot of people out there, you know, the traditional Timmy Sykes and all these guys that are out there that are selling you blue sky. I knew that was absolute bullshit, full stop. You can't do anything and make like millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars in a short period of time and not have to work at it. Obviously, that goes without saying, or else literally every single person on the planet would be doing it, right? We've all heard 90% of people that try this fail, only 10% make it. It's actually quite lower than 10%, but that has a lot to do with mentality and a person's like behavior, right? It's not just the act of day trading. It's more the mentality, getting your emotions under control and everything else. And I always ask the question, it's like, if you are going to college or university for a minimum of 4 years, it takes a minimum of 4 years to make any type of money afterwards. And you better be a doctor or a lawyer to make any kind of money, no matter what you're doing in college or university. That's kind of already, well, a lot of people won't agree with this, but this is where I stand on the educational system. The educational system wants to create drones and slaves. That's what they do. They want to create good little boys and girls that go to work and make somebody else rich. That's what that's about. So if you can do something on your own, how long would you give it? Like, to the people that are watching this, how long would you give it for your life to completely change, right? Actual true freedom. See, I think that's a word, again, and I've said this a million times, a lot of people could give me like the Webster's dictionary definition of the word freedom, but they don't actually know what that means. See, I did when I first started trading. That's something that I've always worked towards. I've always worked towards freedom. Freedom to me is the most important thing. A lot of my videos discuss this, and I've reached that. And I'm very grateful and thankful to myself and the people that supported me, because I know what it means to have freedom, to have ultimate freedom, to do what I want, when I want, and not have to answer to anyone. And it's an amazing life if you're willing to work for it. But to go back now, new traders seem to be extremely delusional when it comes to this. So I'm going to share a comment with you and we're going to discuss it. So I'm going to get into this comment and then we're going to have a further discussion on this. Okay, so I've been doing live trade recaps on X and on YouTube. This is a comment that came in on YouTube. Bossa Nova 003 writes, I'll just give you the gist of it. So the first thing he says is the links don't work. I've now fixed the links. I've been meaning to do that, like the social media links and the website links, all of that. So that's fixed. Then he goes on to complain that the price went up. So basically what he's saying is that the price of my service has now just dramatically increased. Well, what he doesn't realize and what he failed to read is we now include, this is an app, and it's not approved in the app store yet. We're that close. It's a process. And once it gets approved, and right now it's just working off of browser. So if you're a member, you'll have access to the browser and it has all the exact same information. But once we get the app, now you're going to get push notifications. And what this is a sizing strategy, and it takes all the guesswork out of it and it puts you into specific wheelhouses, your skill set as a trader. And it's designed, and it does work. It takes you from day one on a $2,500 account. And then within 6.7 months or a little bit longer, so 7 to 8 months, it'll take you from making like nothing, a $2,500 account, all the way to an $18,000 account. And you'll be making $600 a day, every day on average. That's just average. Okay, so let's think about that. That $600 a day, what would that mean for you? That's about 150 grand a year, a little bit less. That's a game changer, And that's only the first evolution of this. So we have multiple evolutions. That's only the first evolution. That takes you from making $0 all the way 7 months later. If you follow and do what I'm telling you to do, and it's not hard to do, all you have to do is do what I'm telling you to do. Plus, I'm guiding you live on screen share, telling you the exact trades that we need to focus on with full detailed trade plans. So it's not difficult. All you need to do is do what I'm telling you to do, and you will make $600 a day on average in 7 months. That's a pretty good deal. Okay. So not only does the membership include that, it includes the full strategy. I don't hold anything back. Screen share, live screen share every single day that the market is open. We also include our risk strategy. Our risk strategy prevents you from taking these big, stupid losses. Not to mention hundreds of video lessons, full courses for free that are included, which is what we call boot camp. This will get you started if you are a bare bones beginner trader. It's going to tell you exactly how we want you to do things, because you need to do things my way when you come in, right? Your way hasn't worked. Plus way more. You get a scan, our nightly scan every single night. You get trade recaps. There's so much more to list. Plus you have access to me. I'm extremely accessible. If you have a question and you exhausted all your resources trying to find the answer to that question, ask me. I'll answer it. Absolutely. So what he doesn't realize is everything I just listed, you get that. Plus now you get this Size Up app. This will revolutionize the way that retail day traders trade, and it works. And we're seeing the results come in right now. It is mind-blowing. So there's that. Okay, so he didn't realize that. The next thing is, my comment to that is I correct him. And I say that we didn't just raise prices, we actually added and now included a full sizing strategy application. And then I explain the rest. He then responds, and this is the kicker. This is what this video is about, because it's so delusional and crazy. He goes on to say 7 to 8 months for someone with extensive training and price action, or newbie. Well, I don't care what you think your extensive price action is, okay? Your extensive price action, obviously, if you're watching trade recaps on YouTube, I don't watch trade recaps on YouTube. Why? Because I don't need to. I'm a professional trader. Again, people are just so delusional where they think that they're watching the videos that I'm producing, but yet they know it all or something. It's crazy. If you actually stop and you think about that for a second, it is pretty wild, isn't it? Like, I'm the one making the recap. You're the one watching it, but you know it all. That makes absolutely no sense. It's crazy. It's a really strange disconnect that I notice. There's not a lot, but there's always those few traders out there that are like that. And when people say, oh, fuck the trader, the haters or the trolls. No. Those aren't haters or trolls. They're delusional people that I'm trying to set straight. I'm the type of person that I will always try and get through to people, almost to a fault. Okay. I know how doable that this is. It's very doable. If they just listen and they're coachable, I can help them. Right? So that's number one. And then he goes on about the timeline and everything else. And then he says, I'd like to see results somewhat faster than that. In 7 months? So you want to make more than $140,000? You want to make more than that after 7 months with me? The crazy thing is, if I could put out if I could say I guarantee it, I would. This is how well this works. And I'm going to explain for those of you watching that may not know how, things work and legal works. You can't necessarily guarantee that. Why? There's a lot of variables. The variables lie within you, not within me. What I'm showing you and what I'm telling you to do every day, that timeline, that 7 to 8 months to make $600, it works. It's doable. It's mind-blowing. I'm not selling you blue sky. If you actually look back through all my social media and everything through the years, you'll never catch me selling you blue sky. I've always shot straight with you guys. Always. I've never lied to you. I've always been on the straight with you guys. I've always told you exactly what this takes. Now we've developed a system that is truly that 7 to 8 month mark. And you will be making $600 a day, plus minus a little bit, right? Obviously, it's not $600 a day to the penny. Could be a little bit more, could be a little bit less, but that's average. And then he says, faster. I want it faster. So let's put it like this. For maybe some of you out there watching this, that it's like, well, he ain't wrong. I'd like it done faster too. Sure, we'd all love to be millionaires in a day. We'd all love to make $150,000 today, every day for the rest of our lives. That's a lottery ticket. The one thing of note that comes to me is, and the question that I ask myself is, why? So that's basically it, right? And I said to him, did you just say that you want to see faster results in 7 to 8 months? You want to make more than a fully consistent $600 a day. Dude, if that's actually what you just said, you're lost. Have a good night. Now, the question that I ask myself is, why are new day traders so delusional? Like, why do they say things like this? And they mean it. Like, he's being serious. Why do they want to be lied to? If I said to this guy, we have a new app and it's a little bit more on the membership, but instead of charging separately for the app, then everyone's on the same page. Give me that amount and I will make you that in 1 week. What could you possibly learn in a week that would actually fully stick? Like, if you're a reasonable, rational human being, you understand that, right? Like, that doesn't make sense. So why are day traders so fucking delusional? Is it because day trading actually attracts the wrong type of person for day trading? Yes. That's what it is. See, day trading brings in the people that want to get rich quick. It's never going to work like that, guys. That is blue sky. It is not going to happen. We know this. We should know this. It's on the same plane as, and I use this analogy a lot. If you are a first year medical student and you just started and it's week one, day one of med school, and they're taking you into the hospital and into an operating room, and you're going to watch from the outside on day one, week one. And you, because you're fucking delusional, you kick down the door to that OR, and because you may have watched some like surgical YouTube video, you just yell at the nurse, hey, throw me that scalpel. I got this. Do you see how stupid that is? Like, it's fucking stupid. Like, real fucking stupid. Like, you have to be a moron that after I would say a month of day trading, because I'm sure he's traded before. He was talking about some other dude and how he's the GOAT or the godfather of price action. Then go to him. Obviously you have, and it didn't work. Now did it? And you didn't get the results. So now there is someone out there with a proven track record out there. I've been doing this for a fucking decade, right? I'm living a successful life. Everything I have is fucking bought and paid for. My life is on social media. Go check it out. Go see how I live. It's pretty fucking good. And you got that guy that can actually offer you something, actually give you something that works. And then you spit in his face and you say, faster, faster. Diddy Mao. Like, what the fuck? It really is crazy. Why, again, are traders so delusional? I think it boils down to the amount, my predecessors. So the Tim Sykeses, the Ross Camerons, and there's always someone, as soon as I mention Ross, like they jump down my throat, like Ross is some honorable person. You have no idea. See, I've spoken to all these guys personally. I've spoken to them, and I know how they are. And they're not what they project out there. I've never changed. In the 8 years I've been on social media, it's the same guy, always talking to you, shooting straight, always. I just had a member down here, and he's more than a member. He's a friend. I love this guy. He said the same thing. It's like, you're exactly how you put yourself. And you're like, yeah, I don't hide who I am. So my predecessors have made it hard because they've lied to you all. That's what they've done. They've lied. They sold you blue sky. They don't have strategy. Any of their strategies it's not strategy, guys. It's easy to sell you that as a new trader because a lot of new traders have no idea what the word strategy actually means or even how to work it. They might give you a strategy, but they'll never tell you how to work it. Why? So then you're chained to their hip the rest of your life. And they don't talk to you. They don't know your names. Most of my members' names, I could tell you their daughters' names, their sons' names, their wife or husband's names, where they live. I talk to these people. These are my people. Do I know them all? No, I don't claim to know that. But the ones that I do talk to, I do. Now go ask that. Go ask a serious question. If you're in a room, I've always said this, and I wish people would actually do this. Go into whatever service you're a part of. If you're part of those guys that I just listed, plus more, like the bigger services, go in and ask them a serious question. Just type it in chat. See if he personally responds. Now, go ahead and DM me on social media so then I can actually make sure I get it. Now, it might take me a little bit to get to it because sometimes it buries those DMs. But ask me a serious question that it's like, hey, man, I don't know what to do here. You'll get a response. Thousands of people have through the years. So I'm shooting straight. Is it that people want to be lied to? Is that what it is? Like, why do people want to be lied to? Like, that's the problem I have with Ross. He'll never bark at you. He will always smile in your face. Why? Because what he does, it's a business to him, first and foremost. This isn't a business to me when it comes to like the service. My day trading is, absolutely. But the service, I just want to help people. And for the ones that want to come along, I will help them. And then when people say, oh yeah, well, you want to help people, but you charge, of course I do. Of course I charge people. I'm not giving away everything I know and I've worked and bled and cried and damn near died to get for free. I'm not doing that. I've done that once. What people don't realize is at the beginning of Tricktrades, I had a whole website. I gave the scans, basically almost everything you see on that website, I gave away for free. People didn't respect it. They didn't give a fuck. They treated it like shit. They treated it like a free bullshit Discord room. So why would I continue to do that? That's insanity. I have more self-respect than that. But to get back on track as to why day traders, like, ask the question, like, why are day traders so fucking delusional? You're going to ask yourself that. So this guy will probably watch this video, right? And he's going to get his panties in a knot. He's going to be all bent out of shape instead of just listening. Just be coachable. Just be listening. Sometimes the truth is hard, right? Like, you want it faster than 7 to 8 months. It's so fucking crazy. It's so crazy. What career can you do and start from zero, from ground floor, and in 7 or 8 months, let's even call it a year, you're making 150 grand? Nothing. Nothing like that exists. Name it. Guaranteed, like a guaranteed $150,000 at the end of your first year without going to college or university or anything like that. I don't want to hear some guy that's trying to be the smartest in the room. Well, actually, if you do this, shut the fuck up, you moron. That's not what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, guys, all of this shit lies within ourselves. You got to start working on yourself. You got to start being realistic with your expectations when it comes to day trading, or this will never work. Stop being so fucking delusional. Stop wanting everything now. Because the last question that I'll present to you guys is, however old you are and you're watching this, I would say most of my audience is probably about mid 30s, mid 40s, somewhere in that time frame, has doing things just quickly. Does that work for you? Like an honest question. Has it really? If the answer is, oh yeah, it has, you wouldn't be sitting here watching this, would you? It's time to get real, folks. It's time to get honest with yourself. And for the ones that complain about prices of services, this is a premium service. And I think that that's what people don't understand until they're in the walls of Tricktrades. This is premium. And I'm not just saying it's premium to put a fucking tag on it. No, it's a premium service. We use the best software, the most convenient chat. We put out the best product possible. This is different. What you get and the level of attention to detail and the attention to you personally, personal attention, you do not get anywhere else. Not to mention the strategy and how well it works. For $250 a month, getting all of that, it's pennies what you'll be making in that 7 to 8 months. Stop having that poor mindset of it's a cost. This is not a cost. The cost of something that will give you that freedom isn't a cost. It's an investment. See, people that think about the cost of a service, they probably grew up with no money. I'm the same, by the way. It's not a burn. I was the same way. I saw everything as a cost. Now I see everything as an opportunity or an investment. There's no such thing as cost, because the things worth doing are worth doing, right? So when a guy's coming to you and says he has this, all you got to do is trust one more time and actually make a go of it and fucking listen. Don't come into my service and do your own thing. Don't come into my service and be an asshole. Don't come into my service with an ego. Don't come into my service thinking you know it all, because you're going to get schooled real quick, because you don't, or you wouldn't be there. Stop being so fucking delusional and life will get a lot easier. Adios.